welcome to today's video. Today I'll be telling you 5 ways you can improve in Overkill on Roblox. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, otherwise let's get into it. Coming on the list, we have number 5, aiming. Aiming is really important in terms of PvP. It helps a lot of killing and shooting at your opponent. This is very critical when it comes to duels, free for all, and overall, uh, whether you're doing 1-on-1 or 2v2. It's really important. So if you want to actually know how to aim better, what I suggest you do is practice all the time, because a lot of new players don't really do well, and they shoot whatever they want to shoot, but it doesn't actually hit the opponent, and so the hitbox doesn't register, and it makes them want to quit the game, or because they just think they're so bad, they just don't feel enjoy enough. So I think the best way to do this is practice all the time and get used to shooting the gun. Get the right timing and make sure you use it the right position, the right place at the right time, and make sure you try your best to aim better. That is, I think, would help you a lot. Overall, it should be enough for your aiming to be massively improved dramatically, depending on whether you're using a mobile or PC. Here we got number 4, shooting. I think shooting is also important as well as your aiming. You just need to use it at the right timing. I see a lot of new players mistakenly using the shooting because they didn't understand how to use it properly, and sometimes when they use it, it honestly is the wrong timing or the right timing. If you don't understand what shooting is used for, then you have to understand the basic mechanic of the game. And to me, shooting is actually just deflecting your bullet down at your opponent, and you see an opponent using the shield or some sort of circle inside them. That means they're deflecting the bullet, and you're not actually they're not actually taking damage. You're just taking the bullet back to you because you shot the bullet on them. And this is how they counterattack your bullet at you, to make sure that they're not gonna take any damage. That's how they end up winning. That's the way it works. It really is important to actually use the bullet the right way. If you don't use it the right way, you just end up dying pretty quick, because the opponent aim may look better than you, but it's just the case of using the shooting the right timing. And you have to practice this all the time. Get used to the timing, whether the opponent shoots the bullet on time or before or after. This is really important. So like I said, you gotta use it wisely. And number 3 we have on the list is using the right card. Now, I have to say this, that I would recommend buying new cards daily, because there's always going to be new cards on the shop, and I'll teach you guys how to do it if you guys need help. But like I said, using the right card is very critical in each match, because it can result in a good or a bad card. If you're in a bad card, that means you're not choosing it wisely, and you're not doing enough damage, or you don't know how it works, then it can result in a bad card, and that would make the opponent have a better advantage over you, or a better chances of winning the match. So if you use the right card, then there's a chances that you might end up beating an opponent pretty quickly and die, and just end up winning the match or the round. If you make the right decision, that's how you know it's a good card. So like I said, it is very important to use the right card. If you don't use the right card and you end up using the wrong card, then you know that that card is not really good. In other cases, you must not choose that card unless it is the right decision. Number 2 that we have on the list is getting familiar with all 4 maps. I don't know if it's actually 4 maps, but I just assume that it's actually 4 maps. But yeah, this won't do much, because it is new to the game, but you wouldn't but you gotta know that developers are already making more maps than it currently is right now. So but it is important to know where the jump pads are, the TNT barriers are, the fans are, and know where to actually place so that you can actually use that advantage when taking damage or losing in a fight, or you want to do something unexpected to win the match. This is really important, and this is giving you a general idea how you can beat an opponent in a unexpected ways or unexpected events or anything that might help give you an advantage. If you have a bad card, if you had a bad teammate, or whether you just suck and you just needed something bad to happen. I think that is a lot of ways you can, that it gives you a general idea of a lot of ways you can beat an opponent, not just running around, but also trying to fight back, given a chance to win your opponent. Overall, this is really important because a lot of people don't actually are on parkours, but they gotta do what they gotta do, and it's really good if they got familiar with all the map. The last one that we have on the list is consistency. The moment you start playing, you're going to lose all your you're not going to lose all your progress. You're going to have all your progress stay there for like 5 days, and the moment you come back and do your match, you're going to see a guy with a level 70 that had been a guy level 70 that is able to beat you in like two matches, and you couldn't do a thing to actually beat this man. Let's say you try to go against a level 30 and you're like level 5, because you actually just started playing the game 2 days ago, and your playtime is like 3 hours or 2 hours, but you haven't done much. And that level 30 is able to do so well that you have no chance of winning. And same thing happens to everybody else, because like I said, this game may be new, but the play count is a lot, so the consistency is really important if the game really blow up, if the game really important. But it's not just the game, it's just whether you play all the time, whether you be able to improve better and use those strategies that I said to actually improve your aiming, your shooting, and the map. If you use all that and you start playing from like 3 4 days later, and there is like another update where you can actually play ranks, then you're not going to improve, you're not going to do well. In other cases, you're just going to lose, and you're not gonna be able to gain back the progress you had, because that progress is had evolutionized everywhere. It had made players become much more better than what you currently used to be. In other words, the moment you break that consistency, the moment you stop playing, everything you had in that rhythm will all go away. The moment let's say you take 2 3 days off and you came back to play another rank match, like another, gold match or something like that. The moment you come back, you're gonna lose all that rhythm, all that training, all that, improvement. And it's not gonna be the same as ever, because other players are also improving. And the moment you try to come back, it'll already be too late. You'll be losing like 4 6 7 matches, and it's really hard to come back from there. So like I said, it is really significant to actually be able to do it. If you can't do it, then that's fine. Just try your best, and just don't go too much. Otherwise, they call you a sweat. But like I said, it is very controllable, and the moment you break it off, it's gone. So yeah, that is all the list I talked about. Hopefully, this helped you a lot of how I explained it really well, of aiming better, shooting better, using the right card, knowing the map pretty well, and actually being consistent. If you do all of that, I will tell you this: you will be much better than anybody else in the game. You see completely be a very skilled player, very recognized player, a very competitive player, and that's that's really gonna affect so a lot. That's gonna make everybody recognize who you are. It's gonna make you really know that you are really hard to complete. You're gonna be challenging. You're going to be not forgiven, no mercy. You're gonna be completely dominating everything. So, like I said, this is really important, and that's why using those four strategies, that is how you can actually become a pro. In other words, improve your skills in Overkill. If you don't see your improvement, don't worry. Like I said, there'll be more videos to come in the future. There'll be more maps to come in the future, and of course, don't feel free to use the Discord server. I'll put the link in the description to be part of the server where you can actually go to the official Overkill Discord server, and we can talk about it like anytime. So, like I said, I really hope this video helped out a lot. If you did like this video, please subscribe and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.